would you even feel better if Joe Biden stepped down, knowing that Kamala Harris is waiting in the wings? And I'll answer that question. I'm also curious what Buck thinks about it. But first, this to me was not a great press conference and speech from Joe Biden at all yesterday afternoon. But this to me was the personification of why Joe Biden is in over his head. Listen to this as he prepared to take questions from the media. This is Joe Biden yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, they gave me a list here. The first person I was instructed to call on was Kelly O'Donnell of NBC.
Clay, what the heck is that?
It's so unbelievably embarrassing that the president of the United States cannot actually pick his own people to call on. And even if you have a list, which we know he does because there's been pictures sometimes that go out virally of a list of people that Joe Biden is going to call in order, I just wonder about all of this in terms of his mental faculties. Look, you can criticize Donald Trump, and God knows he got criticized for everything. But he would stand and take questions sometimes for hours from the media, calling on people both favorable and unfavorable to him. And all of his press people came out and said, we never gave him a list and said, hey, you're going to call on this person first.
It was like Gulliver with the Lilliputians trying to, hold him down and attack him. I mean, Trump there'd be a frenzy during these gaggles and sprays and these things they do. And Trump would just, look, it was one of the more magnificent things of his presidency. It was just one after another. Be quiet. Not true.
That's right.
He would take it. Joe Biden, this is basement Biden, who is now having to walk around and act like he actually knows what the heck is going on.
And what's happening here, Buck, is they know what the questions are going to be, so they are prepping him for, hey, you're going to get asked by this person what that question is. And I wonder on some level, I don't know where the teleprompter is or whether the media can see it as he is speaking, but I feel like a lot of these questions, they have his answer already typed out for him. And he is reading most of it off of the prompter, too.
Whether it's Biden or any other politician, if you don't get them off script, if they're just going to try to filibuster by reading talking points, you're never going to find out anything. Just remember, that should be a general principle here. You'll never learn anything. And Clay, I just want to know, you feel better if Kamala Harris is commander-in-chief next week, theoretically? You do?
I've spent a lot of time. Yeah, it's such a great question because I spent a lot of time, I feel like Kamala Harris is more mentally there, but I think she's going to make worse decisions even than Joe Biden.
Let's throw it to the audience. Kamala or Joe, you have to pick. You have no choice. I'm curious.